Welcome to the Shigeaki podcast, where science meets longevity. I'm Dr. Mark Hyman, functional medicine expert and co-host of this show, alongside the legendary Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara. Today we're diving into a topic that seems simple on the surface, but carries deep consequences for your health: turmeric. The golden spice we all know and love has gained massive popularity over the past decade. From smoothies to lattes, soups to supplements, people over 60 are adding turmeric to their diet with the hope of reducing joint pain, lowering inflammation, and supporting their immune system. But here's what most people don't realize is turmeric is picky.
Yes, Mark. On its own, turmeric, or more specifically curcumin, its active compound has extremely poor absorption. Worse, if you combine turmeric with the wrong foods, you may actually block its benefits entirely or trigger digestive issues, poor circulation, and even increase oxidative stress. It's a common misunderstanding I've seen in many older patients. They start taking turmeric every day in pills, teas, or even raw, thinking they're doing the right thing. But they ignore one key truth: that turmeric only works if your body can absorb it properly. And that depends not just on how much you take, but what you take it with.
Today we're going to give you the full picture, including 3 dangerous combinations to avoid and 3 powerful pairings that supercharge turmeric's effects. This isn't about fear, it's about awareness. When used right, turmeric is one of nature's most powerful allies. But when used wrong, it can silently backfire. So, if you or someone you love uses turmeric daily, this episode is essential. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with anyone who cares about joint health, digestion, or inflammation. Let's unlock the full power of turmeric together.
Let's take a step back and understand why turmeric became so famous in the first place. The main active compound in turmeric is curcumin, and research has confirmed several remarkable benefits, especially for those of us over 60. First, its anti-inflammatory effects are powerful. Curcumin blocks an inflammatory molecule in the body called NF-κB, which is involved in many age-related diseases, from arthritis to cardiovascular problems. Second, it's a natural pain reliever for joint health. Studies show that curcumin can reduce stiffness and swelling in conditions like osteoarthritis, sometimes with results comparable to non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, but without the harsh side effects. And third, turmeric is a well-known liver protector. It helps improve bile flow, supports detoxification, and calms the gut, making it a digestive ally, especially for those with sluggish digestion or fatty liver.
But here's the challenge. Most of those benefits never reach your cells. Why? Because curcumin is extremely difficult to absorb. Chemically, curcumin is fat-soluble, not water-soluble. That means it doesn't dissolve easily in the watery environment of your stomach. On top of that, stomach acid can break it down before your body even has a chance to use it. And here's the real kicker. F. You take turmeric on its own, no helper foods, no preparation. The bioavailability is less than 1%. That's right. You could be getting less than 5% of the potential benefits if you're using it the wrong way.
That's why smart pairing is key. To unlock curcumin's healing potential, we need to pair it with activators, what I call delivery agents. These include healthy fats, black pepper, and even heat from cooking. But here's the other side of the coin. Just as some foods activate turmeric, others actually destroy its effects. Some common food combinations can cancel out the anti-inflammatory power, slow absorption even further, or cause side effects like bloating, gas, or even liver stress when combined poorly. And that's exactly what we're going to dive into next. 3 dangerous food combinations that sabotage turmeric and how to fix them.
Let's talk about something that seems healthy, but quietly backfires on a lot of people: mixing turmeric with orange juice or any sour fruit juice like lemon or pineapple. Now, I know many people start their day with this combo thinking, this will boost my immune system, reduce inflammation, and give me energy. I've heard it 100 times. Turmeric has curcumin, right? Orange juice has vitamin C. Sounds like a perfect pair. But Here's the truth. This combination actually does more harm than good, especially for people over 50 or anyone with sensitive digestion.
Exactly. Citrus fruits like oranges, lemons, and pineapples are very acidic. When you mix that much acid with turmeric, it causes a chemical reaction that breaks down curcumin before your body can even absorb it. So while you think you're getting anti-inflammatory benefits, your body is barely using any of the curcumin. It's like throwing away the most important part of the spice.
And it gets worse. That acidity can really irritate your stomach lining. I've had patients tell me they feel bloated, gassy, or even get a burning sensation after drinking turmeric with orange juice, especially if they have acid reflux ulcers or if they take it on an empty stomach, which many people do. What's happening here is that the acid from the juice is destabilizing the curcumin, and at the same time, it's weakening the protective lining of the stomach. It's a double hit, less benefit, more irritation.
Yes, and I always tell my patients, turmeric is powerful, but only if you use it correctly. In Japan, we never mix it with sour fruits. Instead, we use it in warm liquids gently prepared so the body can absorb it fully. So what's the better way? If you want turmeric to actually work to support your joints, calm inflammation, help your liver, here's what I recommend. Use warm water, not hot and not cold. Add a pinch of black pepper. This helps your body absorb curcumin up to 20 times more. And include a few drops of olive oil or coconut oil, since curcumin is fat-soluble, meaning it needs healthy fat to travel into your cells. And one more thing is, don't drink it on an empty stomach. Wait until 20 to 30 minutes after a meal, when your body is ready to digest and absorb nutrients properly.
That's how turmeric becomes medicine, not irritation. One small change and you turn a common mistake into something truly healing. So, if you've been mixing turmeric with orange juice every day, stop for a week. Try the proper way. Your stomach, your joints, your whole body will feel the difference.
Let's talk about a sweet mistake a lot of people are making, especially when it comes to turmeric. I'm talking about turmeric mixed with condensed milk or lots of sugar. We see this all the time. People love making golden milk or turmeric lattes, but they add spoonfuls of refined sugar or sweetened condensed milk to make it taste better. And yes, it tastes delicious. But it's also dangerous if you're drinking it daily, especially after 60. That's right. Turmeric is known for being anti-inflammatory. It helps calm the body, support the joints, and protect the liver. But sugar does the exact opposite. Refined sugar is one of the most inflammatory substances in the modern diet. So when you combine it with turmeric, the sugar completely cancels out turmeric's healing effects.
Let's break down what actually happens. When you consume sugar, especially in liquid form, like sweetened milk, your body quickly absorbs it, which leads to a spike in insulin and a flood of inflammatory cytokines. Those are the very same molecules that turmeric is trying to suppress. So, what you've got is a war inside your body. Turmeric is saying, let's calm down, and sugar is shouting, let's inflame everything. Guess who usually wins?
Unfortunately, it's the sugar. And for older adults, this can be even more harmful. That insulin spike doesn't just trigger inflammation, it also raises the risk of blood sugar imbalance, weight gain, and even insulin resistance. I've had patients who thought they were helping their joints by drinking sweet turmeric milk every night. But after a few months, they noticed their belly got bigger, their energy dropped, and their fasting glucose started creeping up. So what should you do instead?
You don't have to give up turmeric lattes, but you do need to give up the sugar. Try making it with unsweetened almond or oat milk. Add a dash of cinnamon or vanilla for flavor. And if you need a little sweetness, use just a tiny bit of raw honey, and only if you don't have diabetes. That way you're still enjoying the warm, comforting taste, but you're not sabotaging your health in the process. Cinnamon actually helps regulate blood sugar, and vanilla gives a natural sweetness without any inflammation.
So the next time you reach for turmeric, remember it's not just what you mix it with, but what you mix it against. Don't let sugar undo what turmeric is trying to fix. Use smarter ingredients and your body will feel the difference.
All right, Let's move to another common mistake, one that people rarely think about. That's using turmeric in salty dishes or with processed foods like bacon, sausage, fish, sauce, soy sauce, or pre-packaged frozen meals. Now, turmeric is often used in savory cooking, which is great, but the problem begins when we pair it with too much sodium or processed meat.
Exactly. People think, well, I'm adding turmeric, so this dish must be healthy, but they forget what it's mixed with. When you cook turmeric with salty braised dishes, salty broth, or anything like canned soup or instant noodles, you're introducing very high levels of sodium along with preservatives like nitrites and nitrates. These additives and salt can break down vitamins and antioxidants and even increase the burden on your liver, which is the very organ turmeric is supposed to protect.
And let's talk about how it affects absorption. When your body is overloaded with sodium, a few things happen. First, it retains water, which leads to swelling, bloating, and higher blood pressure. But more importantly, it reduces circulation efficiency. That means curcumin, the active compound in turmeric, can't reach inflamed tissues properly. The body's trying to send in the healer, but the roads are jammed.
And for people over 60, this gets even riskier. Many of them are on blood pressure or heart medications. High sodium combined with turmeric can interact poorly with those drugs, either by affecting absorption or amplifying blood pressure fluctuations. So instead of helping the heart, that turmeric-spiked salty stew might be putting extra pressure on it. So what's the better way?
Simple swaps. If you're cooking with turmeric, try using it in light soups, steamed vegetables, or gentle stir-fries. Go easy on the salt. Use healthy oils like olive oil or coconut oil, which help your body absorb the curcumin more effectively. And most importantly, don't pair turmeric with processed or frozen salty foods. That includes bacon hot dogs, canned meats, and salty sauces. These processed ingredients contain compounds that don't just weaken turmeric, they add more toxins your liver has to clean up.
Yes, turmeric is meant to reduce inflammation, not fight against your other food choices. Let it do its job by giving it the right environment. So remember, turmeric isn't a magic wand. It can't fix everything if the rest of the meal is working against it. Pair it wisely, cook it gently, and let it support your body the way it was meant to.
Now that we've talked about what not to pair with turmeric, let's focus on one of the best things you can add to it. Something so simple but so powerful. I'm talking about black pepper. That's right. If you're taking turmeric for your joints, for inflammation for your liver, or even just to stay healthy as you age, black pepper is the secret ingredient that makes it all work better.
Yes, and the reason is simple but profound. Turmeric contains curcumin, the main compound, that gives it those famous anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and healing effects. But here's the challenge. Curcumin is very hard for the body to absorb on its own. When you take turmeric by itself, especially in powder or capsule form, only a small amount of curcumin actually gets into your bloodstream. Most of it gets broken down in your liver and excreted before it can do any real work. That's where black pepper comes in.
Black pepper contains a compound called piperine, and this stuff is a game changer. It helps block the enzymes that break down curcumin, allowing it to stay in your body much longer. Studies have shown that just a little piperine can increase curcumin absorption by up to 2,000%. Yes, 2,000%. That means if you're not using black pepper with your turmeric, you're missing out on almost all the benefits.
And it's not just about absorption. When curcumin stays in the blood longer, it has more time to reach inflamed tissues, like your knees, your hips, your brain, or your liver. It helps fight oxidative stress, reduce pain, support digestion, and even balance the immune system. This is why in traditional medicine, turmeric is never used alone. In India, for example, they always cook turmeric with pepper and fat, like ghee or coconut oil, because the ancients knew it worked better that way. Even in Japan, we often pair warming spices together in healing broths or teas.
So, let's talk about how you can actually use this at home. It's easy. Anytime you add turmeric to your food or drinks, think soups, stews, curries, teas, even smoothies, just sprinkle in a bit of fresh ground black pepper. A good rule of thumb is for every 1 teaspoon of turmeric, add a quarter teaspoon of black pepper. That's enough to boost the benefits without overpowering the flavor. If you're making a turmeric latte or golden milk, add a pinch of black pepper alongside cinnamon ginger or vanilla. If you're using turmeric in a soup or veggie stir-fry, season with pepper right at the end to lock in the effects.
And don't worry, you won't taste it much, but your cells will notice. You may start to feel less morning stiffness, better digestion, and even more energy after meals. I often tell my older patients, don't just take turmeric, help it do its job. Black pepper is like the key that unlocks the door. So if you've been using turmeric without pepper, now's the time to upgrade. It's a small change, but it can make a big difference. Turmeric is powerful, but turmeric with black pepper, that's precision nutrition. One tiny spice, one giant boost in healing. That's the kind of wisdom we love to share here. And it's the kind of habit that supports your body every single day.
All right, let's talk about another powerful combo one that helps turmeric actually get into your cells and start working its magic. This one's all about healthy fats. Turmeric is amazing, but it has one big problem with curcumin. Its active compound is fat-soluble. That means it doesn't dissolve well in water. It needs fat to be properly absorbed and transported into your bloodstream. Without it, most of the curcumin just passes through your system unused.
Yes, Mark. Think of curcumin like a passenger, and healthy fat is the vehicle that takes it where it needs to go. Without the vehicle, the passenger just stands still. But with a good fat like coconut oil, olive oil, or even nut butter, curcumin can move through the digestive tract, enter the bloodstream, and actually reach your cells.
And here's the beautiful part. These healthy fats don't just carry curcumin. They also come with their own health benefits. Coconut oil and MCT oil support brain health and metabolism. Olive oil reduces inflammation and supports the heart. Nut butters provide protein, minerals, and sustained energy. So, when you combine turmeric with a healthy fat, you're creating a powerful anti-inflammatory blend that supports your body on multiple levels.
In Japan, we often prepare turmeric by lightly cooking it with a little oil. Not too hot, just warm enough to let the curcumin bind with the fat. This is especially helpful for seniors because it reduces joint pain, protects the liver, and helps with fat-soluble vitamin absorption as well. So the way to use this at home is super easy. When you're cooking, try sautéing turmeric with olive oil in your vegetables, rice, or soups. You're not just flavoring your dish, you're activating the turmeric in the most effective way. If you like warm drinks, try blending turmeric into nut milk, like almond or cashew milk, and add a teaspoon of coconut oil or MCT oil. You can also stir in a bit of cashew butter or almond butter for a creamy, rich texture and a gentle boost of good fat.
And remember, the goal is not to use a large amount of fat. Even half a teaspoon of coconut oil or a small spoon of nut butter is enough to support absorption. The key is consistency. Using turmeric in this way, a few times per week, can make a real difference in how your joints feel, how clearly you think, and how steadily your energy flows. So, don't let your turmeric float away in water. Give it a ride. Combine it with good fats and let your body truly feel what turmeric can do. One simple tweak and it becomes a daily act of healing.
Let's talk about one of my favorite healing combinations, especially when the weather is cool or when your body feels stiff and sluggish. It's the pairing of turmeric warmth and circulation-boosting spices like ginger and cinnamon. You see, turmeric doesn't work in isolation. Its healing power increases when it's combined with warmth and other supportive herbs. And both ginger and cinnamon are ancient medicinal ingredients known for their ability to reduce inflammation, stimulate circulation, and calm the digestive system.
Yes, and in traditional healing, both in Eastern and Western cultures, the combination of heat and warming spices is used to wake up the body. When you heat turmeric gently, not boiling, just warming, you actually help the curcumin become more bioavailable. At the same time, the heat opens up your capillaries, the tiny blood vessels that deliver nutrients to your cells. That means turmeric can reach the areas of inflammation more efficiently. Ginger helps increase that flow, especially to the extremities like the hands, feet, and joints. Cinnamon, on the other hand, improves blood sugar balance and also brings a sweet, comforting flavor that pairs beautifully with turmeric.
So what's the best way to use this trio easy? Try making a turmeric ginger tea in the morning or evening. Start with fresh or powdered turmeric, and ginger, simmer them gently in water for 5 to 10 minutes, then strain and serve warm. Add a pinch of black pepper to boost the curcumin, and if you like, a dash of cinnamon for extra warmth and balance. You don't need much, just half a teaspoon of turmeric, a few slices of fresh ginger, and a stick or pinch of cinnamon. This makes for a deeply soothing tea that supports digestion, joint health, and even immune function.
And more than that, this warm drink also helps relax the nervous system. The ritual of drinking something warm at night sends a signal to the body. It's time to wind down, repair, and restore. I often recommend this to older patients who feel cold at night or wake up with stiff joints. So remember, turmeric doesn't just love fat or pepper, it also loves warmth, flow, and the right companions. Combine it with ginger, cinnamon, and a gentle touch of heat, and you'll feel the results from head to toe.
Turmeric isn't a miracle, especially if you use it the wrong way, but when you understand how to combine it properly, it becomes one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatories we have. So let's recap. There are 3 combinations you need to avoid, like turmeric with acidic juices, refined sugar, or salty processed foods. These can cancel out its benefits or even irritate your body. And then there are 3 combinations that unlock its full potential: black pepper to boost absorption, healthy fats, to carry curcumin into your cells, and warming spices like ginger or cinnamon to support circulation and healing. And I'll say this to everyone listening: your body is wise, but only when you feed it wisely. Let turmeric work with you, not against you.
If you found this helpful, share it with someone who uses turmeric every day. Hit like, subscribe, and share with someone who adds turmeric to their daily routine. Also, comment below. What have you mixed turmeric with before? And what's the first thing you'll change after hearing this? Thank you.